Nostalgia. It's a funny word, isn't it? It speaks of something both universal and deeply personal. We all have those moments, those sudden rushes of feeling that transport us back to another time, another place. Perhaps it's the smell of rain on pavement or a song from our youth. Whatever the trigger, nostalgia has a way of grabbing hold of our hearts and not letting go. These echoes of the past are rarely simple. They come layered with joy and sorrow, longing and contentment. Like an old photo album, they hold snapshots of laughter and tears, triumph and heartbreak. Nostalgia is a reminder that life, in all its messy glory, is a journey. It's a journey we take one memory at a time. As I sit here, pen in hand, I find myself thinking about my own experiences with nostalgia. I'm drawn back to a particular summer evening from my childhood. It was a time when life seemed simpler, full of endless possibilities. The air was thick with the scent of honeysuckle, and fireflies danced in the twilight. We were gathered around a crackling bonfire, my family and I. The flames painted flickering shadows on our faces as we shared stories and laughter. My grandfather, his eyes twinkling in the firelight, had just finished telling one of his famous tales. It was a story about courage and kindness, a story that had been passed down through generations. I remember feeling safe and loved in that moment. The world felt small and familiar, a comforting cocoon woven from the laughter of my siblings and the warmth of the fire. I held on to that feeling, that sense of belonging, as tightly as I could. Years later, I stumbled upon a photograph from that night. The edges were worn, the colors faded, but the memory it held was as vivid as ever. As I gazed at the smiling faces frozen in time, a wave of nostalgia washed over me. It was a bittersweet feeling, a poignant reminder of time's relentless march and the enduring power of memory. The photograph became a tangible link to my past, a portal to a time and place I longed to revisit. I realized then that nostalgia wasn't just about sentimentality, it was about connection. It's fascinating how certain sights, sounds, and smells can act as keys, unlocking doors to forgotten memories. It might be the musty scent of old books that transports you back to childhood afternoons spent in the library, or perhaps it's the melody of a long-forgotten song that evokes a first love. Our senses are powerful tools, capable of etching experiences into the deepest recesses of our minds. And when we encounter these sensory triggers again, years or even decades later, those memories come flooding back, often with surprising intensity. For some, it might be the taste of a particular dish, a recipe passed down through generations that evokes a sense of family and tradition. The warmth of a familiar embrace, the sound of waves crashing on the shore, the scent of freshly baked bread. These sensory experiences can all serve as potent reminders of our past. Nostalgia is a complex emotion, a tapestry woven from threads of joy and sorrow, longing and contentment. It's the bittersweet ache of remembering something precious that's past, coupled with the warmth of knowing it happened at all. It's the laughter of old friends echoing in your ears, the echo of a first love's kiss, the comforting presence of loved ones long gone. Nostalgia allows us to revisit these moments, to relive them in our minds and hearts, even if only for a fleeting moment. But nostalgia also has a darker side. It can be a source of pain, a reminder of what we've lost, of paths not taken, of dreams left unfulfilled. It can trap us in a cycle of longing for a past that can never be recaptured. Despite its complexities, nostalgia plays an important role in our lives. It provides a sense of continuity, a link to our past selves and experiences. It reminds us of who we are, where we've come from, and what truly matters to us. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, nostalgia offers a sense of comfort and stability. It allows us to escape, if only for a moment, the anxieties of the present and find solace in the familiar embrace of the past. As we journey through life, collecting experiences and creating new memories, it's important to acknowledge and cherish the role of nostalgia. It's a reminder that our lives are made up of moments, both big and small, that shape who we are and how we see the world.